Monmouth University is a leading private institution that offers a comprehensive array of undergraduate and graduate degree programs. The university provides students with highly personalized education that builds the knowledge and competence of tomorrow's leaders. Located in West Long Branch, New Jersey, Monmouth University's magnificent and historical campus is approximately 1 hour from both New York City and Philadelphia. Monmouth University is a unique full-spectrum institution of higher education and is currently going in the direction of change with a new developing strategic plan. In the previous strategic plan, the old core values were excellence in teaching and learning, caring campus characterized by mutual respect, personal and professional integrity, diversity, service, and empowerment of the university community. With that all being said, those are some great core values for a university to have, but something is missing, and we believe it's the focus of student satisfaction on and off campus. In order to prove student satisfaction is needed in the interest to have a successful university, we interviewed 2 students to see what they had in mind.
What would you say are the strengths of Monmouth?
We're near a beach and we're in a very central location.
Okay. What are the weaknesses of Monmouth?
Probably the high cost of tuition.
Okay. What threats does Monmouth face that could threaten the quality of the university?
Their high acceptance rate, which could affect the retention rate and graduation rates. I feel like it depends on your major and the department that you're in and how close you are with your professors and how much you care to actually immerse yourself in this.
What would you say are the strengths of Monmouth University?
I think Monmouth is in a good location. I think the campus is nice, which makes it likable for students that are applying here. I think we do have a lot of good professors that are willing to help students and willing to kind of put in that extra time rather than seeing students just as a number, but as seeing students as people.
What would you say are the weaknesses of Monmouth University?
Definitely the price tag that comes along with being a student here. It's not really accessible to a lot of people because of how much it costs to go to the school. And I understand that there's reasons why the school does cost so much money, but that's definitely a weakness and defers people from choosing to come to Monmouth when they're applying to colleges. Another weakness would definitely be diversity, because our school isn't diverse in thought or in the people that go here. I would also say that our school isn't really willing to change. I think we have a really, really specific culture at Monmouth that has kind of been stuck for a long time, and we've been having trouble moving forward and embracing today rather than being stuck in the past.
What opportunities exist at Monmouth that will help it thrive throughout the decades?
I think our programs are good. I don't really know, honestly, which is saying something because I've been a student here for 3 years. I think that we have a lot of good speakers and events on campus. There's always something going on, but I don't think that most of these events really are interesting to students, for lack of a better word. I'm not really running out of the house on a Tuesday night to go see a guest speaker in Plangier, and that's kind of an issue. Although the programs that they have are educational and are opportunities to better ourselves and further our education, they're not programs that are interesting and relatable for students. So I think Monmouth really needs to kind of figure out what we want as students instead of putting on things that, our parents would want to go see.
What threats does Monmouth face that could threaten the quality of the university?
I think that our acceptance rate is really high. It's in the 70s percentage-wise, and I know that that means We're taking in a lot of students. We're accessible for a lot of students who school was not their strong point in high school, middle school, and further back. But I also think that kind of establishes Monmouth as a place that will just take anybody if they have the money to pay for it. Personally, I know a lot of students, probably could count on both of my hands, maybe 10 or 15 even students that came here that aren't going to use their college education after Monmouth. They just felt like they were forced to go to college, and Monmouth was the only place that would take them. And I know that students do struggle in high school, middle school, etc. I know that academics are not for everyone, but Monmouth really needs to understand that that's why some people come here and help out those students while maintaining its status as an institution of higher education, where it's Monmouth students want to get an education and crave to educate themselves.
Preparation for life after Monmouth, I would say yeah. We have career fairs. I know the communication department has its own career fair and things around that kind of genre of event, so you can definitely go and get prepared. They have resume courses and all of that, career prep courses, so that definitely prepares you for the real world as much as it can, because you can't really be prepared for the real world unless you're in it. High impact learning experiences, I would say so, just because that's kind of just an empty statement. I don't really think that holds anything to it. A high impact learning experience, how about you talk about what that is instead of just saying it? I kind of think that's just an empty promise. And then intellectually challenging and rigorous academic experience. Yeah, you're always going to have hit or miss professors. You're always going to have professors that make you just do busy work and professors that actually challenge you. I would say that my experience here has been split down the middle, where some of my professors, we don't do anything or it's just busy work, and then other professors are really rigorous and challenging, and they kind of make up for the other half of my experience.
As we can see, Erin and Kate did not seem too thrilled about their entire experience at Monmouth University over the years. Let's dive into the research we did about trying to improve student satisfaction at a university. Looking at Baylor University's recent strategic plan, they seek to enrich their students' experiences through life-changing programs and services, resulting in an integrated education known for leadership, service, faith, and the total development of students. This university's first two main goals are to help students discover themselves and develop the whole of the student. All in all, they just want to see their students happy and satisfied, and they'll do anything to support them. Their 5 main strategies to achieve this are: enhance spiritual formation, enrich the on-campus experience, expand student leader development and civic mindedness, elevate efficiency and effectiveness of operational environments, enlarge cultural and global perspectives. Another way to help satisfy students was by recreating a space dedicated to all students while on campus. By having an open plan, flexible spaces, and modern facilities, student centers allow for a sense of individual ownership for students. It is crucial to understand the needs of current students in order to create the optimal student center. Technology has changed the way students study, allowing the flexibility of location and increasing the demand for a more social setting. Creating a place where students can experience the full breadth of the institution's community was another common priority. This is a goal supported by research that links exposure to diverse cultures to all well-rounded education that prepares students to work effectively in their careers. Just by creating an open environment for all students, ranging from commuters to regular students on campus, has a positive impact on the student community as a whole. An important find was that UC San Diego has been listening to their students' complaints and are trying to fix them in their upcoming strategic plan. They have a whole web page dedicated to student affairs. Over 300 student affairs staff participated in a data gathering exercise wherein they identified the strengths and weaknesses of their campus in serving students. In fall 2019, the student affairs staff set the priority for accomplishing all their goals. This idea for creating a web page dedicated to student affairs would be a great asset to Monmouth University. According to The Guardian, a survey was given out to certain schools in order to improve experiences for students. They found that revamping the schools and facilities was a major way to increase student experiences. In addition, the survey found out that when students feel like they have a voice on campus, which includes their feedback to courses or how much they feel listened to, is another important part for student satisfaction. As a result of the survey, the students' voices have become much more important to universities, and many student unions have begun to concentrate on developing student representation. George Etherington, president of the student union at Loughborough University, says the union has just implemented a new strategy, which will see student reps become more closely involved in how education is delivered, and will also focus on societies and volunteering opportunities. On the other hand, a case study was found called Campus Life Today, What Students Are Really Thinking About, by Keith Dipple. The case study found that many factors go into making of a positive and or negative campus life and student experience, and some, like the weather, cannot be controlled. Others, like buildings, student spaces, and campus athletics, are really determined by the experiences the students gain in these areas, and not the areas or spaces themselves. Advising and mentoring both affect the quality of the campus experience, yet while students often cited good or poor advising, they rarely mentioned mentoring, and that is because they were rarely the recipients of any. There is a connection between the student's experience and campus life and academic performance. For example, they say when students become unhappy, their GPA goes down.
Student satisfaction is important in many ways, and it can contribute to the overall success of the school. A study conducted by Dr. Lori Schreiner and Noel Levitz, a higher education consulting firm, discovered that a high level of student satisfaction results in higher rates of student retention. Student retention is typically defined as the continued enrollment of a student. Student retention is critical to the success of higher education institutions because the higher the retention rate an institution can achieve, the more students it will maintain who will pay tuition and fees and generate academic achievements, all of which are imperative to institutional success. There are a few factors that play into student satisfaction on campus, including campus climate, advisors' ability, safety, course content, career services, variety of courses, a comfortable space to spend time between classes, faculty availability, and advisors knowledgeable about graduation requirements. There are a few things we could potentially do to solve these issues. We could work to raise the endowment and lower tuition by looking for more donors and fundraising. We could look to hire outside advisors to allow professors sole focus on students and courses, and we can improve the promotion of clubs and sports on campus to raise involvement.
With that all being said, let's hope more student satisfaction will be placed within the new strategic plan for Monmouth University. Hope you learned something new, and thank you for watching.